Yes.
Great.
Green.
So tonight we will talk about several tools to establish a loving relationship with ourselves and to enjoy inner peace. We will talk about meditation, journaling, how to deal with unpleasant emotions. I will share with you 3 books that I think they're worth reading. We will talk about the law of attraction and Abraham Hicks. I will share some of my favorite affirmations with you, and we will talk about next steps. And before we dive in and we do the recap, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. This is how I took care of myself last weekend, in a hammock at the bar on the beach. And yeah, I have been a love coach for 9 years already. Previously, I was a marketing manager, and I have an MBA, so enough with the facts. Before I started meditating and keeping a journal and learning about the law of attraction, using affirmations and reading books on personal development, I used to be very negative. I used to always find something to complain about, something was never quite right, it was either too hot or too cold, or I was like, I didn't like the food in the restaurant, or the music was too loud. And my sister used to tell me that I'm very negative, but back then I just couldn't help it. I was also quite judgmental. I used to focus on what's wrong with people, always finding fault with the way they were dressed, the way they were talking, the way they were thinking or behaving. And of course, I was critical of myself too. I was also very anxious, worrying about what will happen in the future, focusing on the worst case scenario, worrying about what people will think or say about me. And on top of that, I was quite impatient. I was talking so fast that they told me I would be a very good DJ on the radio. And my father used to tell me, think before you speak, count to 10, take a deep breath. And even doctors were telling me that my body shows symptoms of stress, although I couldn't see any objective circumstances that were causing stress in my life. I could feel the tension in my jaws, in my shoulders. I was constantly nervous. And later on, after working on myself, after I started using these tools that we are going to talk about tonight, I realized that the stress was in my mind. I couldn't relax no matter what because of my thoughts. Even when I was resting, my body was stressed. And it was because of all these negative thoughts and worst case scenarios in my head. It was exhausting. Maybe it sounds familiar to some of you. Then I discovered Headspace, a meditation app, and I started meditating every morning, first with 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. Then I introduced an evening meditation, then midday relaxation, or I was just taking a nap midday. And several years later, I still meditate every single morning. I may forget to brush my teeth, but I will definitely not start my day without meditation. I also started journaling in the evening, 5 minutes before going to bed. I was writing the positive aspects of my day, and I'm still doing that. What nice things happened, what kind and loving people I met, what fun I had during the day. And then I discovered Abraham Hicks. For those of you who haven't heard about them, we'll talk a little bit later, but it was life-changing. Maybe you have heard about The Secret, the movie The Secret, and also the sequence Beyond the Secret, the Meta Secret, What the Bleep Do We Know? All these teachings about the law of attraction just helped me realize that I am the one creating all the circumstances and attracting everything there is in my life. So this felt so empowering. And I also use affirmations. I will share some of them later on. I have them as a list, and I read them sometimes. I also have recorded them with my voice, and I like to listen to them when I need to. And after I also read few of the books that I'm going to share with you, and I started using all these tools on a regular basis, this made such a huge difference in my life. It was like miracles happened. I feel so much more confident now, and so much more positive and calm and peaceful. And I started attracting amazing opportunities, amazing people. And I have to share this with you. This week I will be having 2 calls with American production companies who are producing dating and matchmaking TV reality shows. So we'll explore opportunities to work together, and I'm so excited. And of course, I'm not saying that I never feel scared or anxious, or I'm not negative or impatient. Of course I am. But at those moments, I don't feel so critical of myself. I feel compassionate. I let them pass. I know that they will pass, and they're happening less often and less often, and they last for a much shorter period of time. So I don't get upset anymore when my friends are late. I used to get furious when somebody was late. Now I find a way to work it out, to set my boundaries without being nasty or arguing with them. So yes, that's why I'm going to share these tools with you, because they really changed my life, and I hope they help you too. So let's see what we did on the first event. We talked about what it takes to have a fulfilling relationship. We talked about what is the real reason we want a relationship. And we figured out it's because we want to fix that not okay feeling we have inside. We also spoke about the 5 love languages, and figured out what is your primary love language. The homework of the first event was to read the Relationship Bootcamp book by Roy Biancalana, and to do the love languages test. On the second event, we talked about taking good care of yourself, of doing what you want instead of what you should, and accepting yourself as you are, and forgiving yourself. The homework of the second event was to identify your top 2 emotional needs and how you meet them, to list what you think you should be doing, why, and what you can do about it, so that it's not should, but it's I want to, and to write a letter of forgiveness to yourself. Last Monday, we talked about unconditional love, about your wheel of life, and about 2 meditation apps. And the homework was to do the priorities, like to prioritize the 8 spheres of the wheel of life. Also to write your life vision, and to listen to some feelingizations. I shared a link with you. And to do a 5-minute meditation in the morning. Diego already shared his top 3 priorities. Thank you again, Diego. Let's start with meditation. The benefits of meditation. Can you see the presentation now?
Not full screen yet.
Not.
It's the first screen, first page.
I need some training on this.
You can go to, I think, there's a slideshow.
Yeah, now.
Is it full screen now? Okay, good. Okay, the benefits of meditation. It gives a sense of calm and inner harmony. It enhances self-awareness. It lowers the blood pressure, reduces stress and anxiety, decreases pain, eases symptoms of depression, improves sleep, helps fight addictions. Probably there are many other benefits of meditation, but these are just a few that I wanted to point out. I know that many of you are already meditating, which is great. And let's see what are some of the myths of meditation. There is no one there is one right way to meditate. Many people think that there is a certain recipe, that you have to do certain thing and you have to expect certain outcome. This is not the case. There are many ways, and we will see the different types of meditation, and it's just, the purpose is just to learn to observe your thoughts. Another myth is that you have to empty your mind, that if your thoughts don't stop, then meditation is not happening. And there's nothing farther from the truth. Your thoughts will always be there. That's the job of the mind. They will always show up. The thing is not to hold on to them, not to start making movies out of them, but just to observe them and to let them go. Meditation has to be religious or spiritual. No such thing. Meditation takes years to learn. It is really, really very easy to meditate, especially with these apps that I recommend you. You just sit there, you take deep breath, you focus on the breathing. We will do a short practice in a minute for those of you who haven't experienced it, so that you see how easy this can be. Meditation creates a state of bliss. This will be an expectation that will hardly be met, so don't enter meditation with any expectations, just to take a few minutes for yourself. And my mind is too busy to meditate, or I don't have time to meditate, or I have to be too stressed to meditate. These are all the excuses people come up with if they don't want to do it. Some types of meditation: there are guided meditations, there are meditations with music or just in complete silence. Mindfulness meditation, these are the two apps that I recommend. They are mindfulness meditation. Also, there is meditation with mantra, with visualization, transcendental meditation, even movement meditation, meditation with circulating energy. We're not going to go deep into these types of meditation. I'm just giving you some broader view. Vipassana, this is a retreat in silence. I have done this retreat for 10 days. It's just being with yourself, silent, with many people, but not communicating, in silence, meditating all day. It's an amazing experience. So, let's do a quick meditation. Please take a comfortable position with your back straight. Relax your shoulders, your jaws, your face, everything that you can feel strained. Put your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. In through your nose and out through your mind, out through your mouth. You know what it's like to be happy. You know what it's like to have a smile in your mind. You know what it's like to be carefree, to have no worries, no regrets, to have nowhere that you need to go, to feel no urgency of what you need to get done, to feel happy in the present moment. In this moment, put a smile in your mind. And take a deep breath and come back to the present. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. This is just a very brief practice for you to see how you can start with just a few minutes to center yourself, to calm down. And if you do this in the morning, it will set the tone of your day. So for those of you who are not meditating on a regular basis or are afraid they don't know how to do it, I recommend you these two apps. Right now, Waking Up is my favorite one because I discovered it lately, but Headspace is an excellent app as well. They have free trials, so you can try both of them and choose the one that best fits your need. With the Waking Up app, in case you cannot afford to pay for it, you can ask for a free account and they will give it to you. So it's amazing. Great. If you have any questions regarding meditation, I will be happy to answer them at the end of the presentation and the Q&A session. Let's move on to the second two, journaling. What are some benefits of journaling? To keep your thoughts organized, to set and achieve your goals, relieve stress, allow yourself to self-reflect, record ideas, inspire creativity, and keep a positive focus. So let's see what are some types of journals. You can keep a dream journal and just write down your dreams after you wake up. You can do a bullet journal, just write your to-do lists or any kind of lists that you need so that you don't forget and don't get anxious. You can do a gratitude journal. You can just write 3 to 5 things every day that you are grateful for. You can do a brain dump journal. Just write down everything that's on your mind, stressing you out, and just leave it there. You can do a journal of positive aspects. This is the journal that I do. In the evening, just write down all the positive aspects of your day. And the Book of Life is an interesting type of journaling. This is a project that I am participating on. It's a notebook in which you write all the important things, strategical and tactical about your life. You can start with your life values, with your life vision, then write your long-term goals, your short-term goals. You can also insert a dating journal in there. We're going to talk about this maybe in October. And all other things that are important for you. You can write about your health, the diet you want to keep. You can write about the fun activities or anything that you would like to focus on. So that's about the journaling. I really, you don't have to even write every day, but few minutes every evening, it's very, very helpful. Let's move on to the next technique, how to deal with unpleasant emotions. Last time, Emil was asking me, and I promised to give you this 5-step process, which was shared by Roy Biancalana in his book Relationship Bootcamp that I recommended you on the first event. He suggests that we do this 5-step process with our unpleasant feelings. First, label them, then locate them in the body, love them, look for the thought behind, and learn from them. Let's quickly talk about each of these steps. What does it mean to label an emotion? To name the feeling that we are experiencing. And you can use the 5 primary emotions to make it easier. Angry, sad, scared, joyful, or sexual feeling. After you give a name to what you're feeling, you can locate the feeling in the body, where you're experiencing it and how does it feel, what is it doing. For example, I feel heaviness in my chest and it's hard to breathe, or I have a knot in my stomach, or my palms are sweaty. You get the idea. The third step is to love the feeling. What does it mean? To welcome it. It means to have a friendly, welcoming disposition toward your experience, no matter what it is. An emotionally intelligent person welcomes their feelings, experiences them, and releases them. It's easy to say, but let's see, how do we release a feeling? To release a feeling, you can use this three-step process. First of all, breathe. Send your breath through your imagination to the exact location where the sensation is occurring in the body. Like if you're feeling tension in your chest or stomach, when you breathe, imagine that you are sending your breath there until you feel that the tension is dissolving. Then you can also vocalize. Allow the energy to move out of the body by making sounds. Not words, but all kind of sounds. It can be this kind of sound. So, any kind of sounds that comes naturally when you are breathing through this tensed part of the body. And then as a last step, you can move. You just see where your body wants to go while doing this process, while moving, while breathing and vocalizing. You can be jumping or dancing or anything that helps you release the tension from the body. And step number 4 is, if these 3 steps don't help, this means that behind this feeling there is a thought that is generating this emotion. So we look for the thought behind the feeling that is fueling this energy. And after you localize the thought, for example, it is usually some limiting belief. Oh, I should have done better, or how could he do this to me, or this is just not gonna go anywhere. Any negative thought, and ask yourself, is it true? Do I know for sure that it's true? Do I know that he wanted to hurt me, or that he's doing this on purpose? Or because usually these are some false messages that we take as facts. And the 5th step is to learn. There is a wisdom in our feelings. They arise for a reason. This is the way our body communicates with our mind through the emotions. And an emotion often indicates that something is out of alignment in our lives and needs our attention. So let's see what the 5 basic emotions are usually telling us. When you identify that you feel angry, there is something that wants to be stopped, changed, or ended. When you feel sad, there is something that wants to be let go, mourned, or said goodbye to. When you're scared, there's something that wants to be known, and it requires your full attention. When you're joyful, something wants to be celebrated. And when you feel sexual feelings, something wants to be created, birthed, or brought into existence. I will not go into details on this technique. You can read it in the book. I sent you a PDF version of the book, and I will send it again with this presentation so that you can read about this process. And if you have questions, again, you can ask me at the end of the Q&A session. So let's see 3 of the books that really changed the way I was thinking, and I was accepting the world, and it's really amazing. The first book is Your Body is Telling You Love Yourself by Liz Bourbeau. This is like an encyclopedia of the metaphysical causes of all the diseases. Like whenever our body is experiencing pain or any kind of discomfort, it's communicating that we are thinking unhelpful thought or we are experiencing unhealthy emotions. For example, if we are short-sighted, we are too focused on the past and afraid of the future. This is very simplistically said here. You can check the book for a more deeper explanation. But for me, this definitely was a fact. I had a minus 3.5, and when I started working on my mindset, I reduced my number to 2, even less than that. So it definitely helps when you work on your mindset. The second book that I would like to recommend you is The Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. This is a whole new language of resolving conflict. Marshall Rosenberg suggests 4 steps of sharing your feelings, your needs, your observation, and making a request. I will not go deeper into this, but if you have a chance, have a look at this book. It's just amazing for communicating to colleagues, family members, partners. It's very helpful. Also, getting familiar with your needs and feelings. And the third book that I want to share it's an amazing book by Pam Grout. It's called E Squared. It's actually on the law of attraction and how it works. It contains 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. With such humor and positive energy, Pam is describing her own experience and how law of attraction works. I just love it. And there is a sequence, E Cubed, also very interesting and insightful book. Okay, these are the books. Let's see what Abraham Hicks is and how they're teaching the law of attraction. The law of attraction, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's very simple. It says that like attracts like. Similar energy attracts similar energy. If we are negative, we attract negative people. If we are afraid that a car will run us over, this is exactly the experience we are going to attract. So be very careful what you focus your attention on. I will not go into this today. You can check about the law of attraction. There are numerous sources, and of course the Abraham Hicks website is also here. And what is Abraham? Abraham is source energy, which is channeled by Esther Hicks. It's an amazing. They're doing live seminars every week, and the recordings are free in YouTube. Tons of them. I listen to them almost every day, and in the homework you will see, I will give you a link to a rampage that you can check out and see if you like it. And here are some of my favorite affirmations. They are also from Abraham Hicks and the Law of Attraction. I am pure positive energy. Everything is unfolding perfectly. I do what feels best to me. I am a gift to this world. I am open to receive all the good that comes to me. Within me, there is unconditional love, and I express it to everyone. I open my heart to love, and I feel safe. How does it feel? It's just, I feel amazing even by reading those to you. And here's a secret, how you can choose your own affirmation. It doesn't have to be from this list. It can be something about yourself, like I'm a feminine, loving, sexy woman, or anything that you need to affirm about yourself, and use it as password. We input these passwords to all the electronic devices every day, so why not repeat something meaningful? My favorite password is I'm pure positive energy. Okay, let's see what next. And here is the homework. Since this is our last event, I give you a lot of homework, and I hope you do it sooner or later. It's 5-minute meditation for 7 days in a row with one of the apps, or in another way. Last time there were other apps mentioned, like the Black Lotus or Insight Timer, or you can do it just in silence, as you wish. But I suggest that you try the Waking Up or the Headspace app. If you're not keeping a journal, you can start a journal. Choose a beautiful notebook and start writing anything just for a few minutes every day. It doesn't even matter what you write. You will find the best thing to write with time. Just do this dialogue with yourself. See what's bothering you. See how you can, what you need. It's amazing to get to know ourselves and to find a way to focus on the positive aspects of life. You can choose also your affirmation. You can, Louise Hay has beautiful affirmations as well. You can construct it yourself and just repeat it whenever you need to. And here is the rampage of self-love, empowerment, and joy of Abraham Hicks that I would like to give you. I will send you this presentation, don't worry, so you can listen to it. And you can find your own recordings on YouTube. They're practically doing these seminars with people asking questions and they're answering, so it can be very helpful also. And you can check out at least one of the 3 books that I recommended, even just when you pass by a bookstore, and see which one speaks to you and you would like to go deeper. Even with the Louise Hay, Liz Bourbeau's Your Body is Telling You, Love Yourself, you can just read in the bookstore about some of your physical challenges and see what your body is telling you. Great, so before we go to the Q&A session, I hope you have many questions for me. You can follow my Facebook page, Real Life Coaching and Matchmaking. I post interesting dating, relationship, and personal development posts regularly, so I believe it will be helpful to you too. And since today is our last event, we were discussing with Jim that in October maybe we can do a dating boot camp for all those of you who are single or dating and need some support in the dating scene. We can talk about your dating strategy, what are your challenges in dating, and I will be really happy to support you in this process. And in case you would like to work with me on a one-on-one coaching program, these are the main 3 topics I coach my clients on. How to create a life that you love, no matter if you have a partner or not. This is about creating a happy life, feeling in peace with yourself, figuring out what you want out of life and how to get it, getting self-confident and positive, and manifesting your desires. The second one is how to attract the love of your life. This is a coaching program for singles who would like a long-term relationship. And the third program is for people in a relationship, how to co-create a loving relationship. We talk about all the relationship skills like respect, trust, communication, negotiation, and everything that you need to overcome the challenges in your relationship. So in case you want to explore the opportunities of working on a long-term coaching program, we can do a free call. It is just a get to know each other conversation, a video call, and I will be really happy to see how I can be helpful for you. And in case you want to do just a one-time session, discuss something that is challenging for you right now, it doesn't have to be in the realm of relationships, it can be any challenge. I will be happy to do a one-on-one video coaching session with you, and it will be 30% off by August 17th during the next week. So just let me know that you want to do it, and I will send you a brief information about the coaching process and a few questions so that I know what you would like to work on, and we will schedule a coaching call. And yay! Thank you very much for being here tonight. Yes, Stuart, I see you. I will get your question. Just let me close down this session. Um, Thank you very much for participating tonight and all those 4 events. It was a really pleasure for me. It was a learning experience. I felt amazing. Thank you very much for all the positive feedback that I received, all the love that you sent me. It has been amazing, and I'll be looking forward to see you in our next events. So let's see now what you would like to work on.